Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look at this silver 2014 Mazda 2. We are gonna go over some pros and cons of the vehicle, and hopefully that will help you to decide if this is the right car for you. So if you have been looking to buy this car, you are probably in the market for a tiny hatchback car that is going to be city friendly and that will be a cheap car to run. And that's exactly what the Mazda 2 is. It competes with cars such as the Ford Fiesta, the Hyundai Accent or the Kia Rio, the Toyota Yaris, and the Chevy Sonic. And price on the used car market for this car is a little weird. You can find them from, I would say, anywhere between $4,000 to up to $10,000, and that completely depends on the current mileage on the car. So the lower mileage cars would cost a lot more. The year model doesn't really matter. And also, in terms of pricing, you'll find that it will cost less than the Toyota or the Honda, but more than the Hyundai and the American manufacturers. So, the current one I have is the base model. I do think it comes in a touring package as well, which has a lot more options such as cruise control and fog lights, but of course this one doesn't. Even the wheels are not alloy rims, they are steel rims. So let's step inside and take a look at the interior. You can see that the interior is very bare bones. It lacks any sort of modern features such as Bluetooth or infotainment screen. The car has a key start and not a push start button. No cruise control on the steering, and the lights are manual as well. And this is the key for the Mazda 2. You can see it doesn't even have the power lock and unlock buttons. For the climate controls, you get the three knobs, and if you want the airflow to be inside the car, you have to switch it manually. It even makes a sound when you do that. So the car doesn't come with any Bluetooth. It does have an auxiliary port to which I fitted this external Bluetooth device. It works well, to be fair. Very weird thing about this car is that the door locks are not over here, but it is on the center console. It is kind of inconvenient because when you do unlock this car with the key, it only unlocks this door. So you would have to get in and then hit those buttons to unlock the other doors. You don't even have the convenience of having the door lock and unlock over here. So let's take a seat at the back to give you an idea of how small the car is. I'm just gonna quickly close this door. Yeah. So the driver's seat is set to my position. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and the back seat for me is very tight. Sufficient headroom, if I'm being fair. But yeah, legroom isn't the most comfortable. Now, it doesn't mean that I will not fit in this car. I will for short journeys, but if it's like a long journey, then it would be a problem sitting at the back if you are a little bit taller. So let's take a look at the trunk space. Now, compared to the Toyota Yaris or the Honda Fit, it is a smaller car. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Fiat 500. The cargo space, not the worst. Obviously, the Toyota Yaris and the Honda Fit would have a bigger cargo space. But if you're just doing grocery runs and if you just have to carry one suitcase, it's good enough. And you should be able to fold these seats all the way. So that's how far the seat folds. It does fold all the way down, but again, it's not like a stow feature. You still have a bit of a level change over here. So we'll close this and we'll take a look at the engine. Let's just prop it up. So we are looking at a 1.5 liter 100 horsepower engine. It is slow and it is paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. This car does come in manual, but I don't think you'll find too many of them around because the automatic are the common ones. And because the horsepower is so low and the fact that it only has 4 gears, when you're merging onto the highway, you'll see that the engine is revving a lot. And to be honest, you're gonna feel uncomfortable maintaining the highway speed of 100 kilometers per hour. You'll be more comfortable at driving around a 90, maybe 100, but definitely not a 120. The engine will be revving a lot if you're going at a cruising speed of 120 on the highway. So let's close this up. Because it's such a tiny car, it gets really good fuel economy. You can get around mid-30s to high 30s miles per gallon. And also because of its size, it is very, very city friendly. You can pretty much park it at any tight parking spot. And driving on city roads, which are much narrower, is easier with a small car. Also, the visibility is great, which again is very helpful for city driving where you'll find a lot of cyclists and pedestrians. Okay guys, so let's take this car out for a drive. We'll quickly get the car started. Put the seatbelt on. And since it's getting dark outside, I'll just turn the lights on. Okay, so right off the bat, it is a 2014 car. So I don't expect it to drive like a brand new car. But the signature thing with this year Mazdas, because they don't use the CVT transmission, if you are used to driving a CVT transmission car, you'll find that this car, the gear shifts for this car is a little jerky. But again, nothing is wrong with the car. That's very normal. So just merging into a local road, I can already tell that the car is underpowered. It was revving a lot just to get up to 50 or 60 kilometers per hour. And the steering wheel is pretty responsive. It's stiffer than the Toyota. The Toyota steering wheels are very, very smooth. Not something that I prefer, but I do know a lot of people prefer that very smooth steering. And with this car, you're not gonna get that. One thing about this car is that you're gonna hear a lot of road noise. The car is not well insulated from road noise. So if you're just driving even on the local road, you'll hear a lot of road noise coming in. Being a small car, it is fun to drive, very agile, very light, but it also means that you're gonna feel pretty much all the bumps on the road. Another good thing about this car is that it is very cheap to run. because it's a tiny car, the fuel tank is small. If you are a person who puts on a lot of miles on the car, you may find yourself frequently stopping at a gas station. And these cars have very small wheels and tires, so small tires are less expensive. And to be honest, these cars are reliable. You are not going to find any issues with the engine or the transmission unless you have been abusing the car. So there aren't any major repairs. But one thing that all models of this year of this generation Mazda, but one thing that all Mazdas of this generation is prone to is rusting. Now, because I live in the Rust Belt, there are, of course, rust spots in this car. So you do have to get them coated every now and then, at least once a year, I would say. Or if you're buying one, make sure you check for rust underneath. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's my opinion on this car. I think that these cars are good if you are looking to buy a car that you're only gonna need for city driving, as given the tiny size of this car, you're able to park it pretty much anywhere, and this car handles pretty well as well. If you are a first-time car buyer and you are budget conscious and you need something very, very reliable that's not going to cause you any headaches, this is the car for you as well. And of course, if you want a cheap to run vehicle where you're not spending a lot on gas or maintenance, this is also the car for you. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I do own 2 of these cars and I have owned them for almost a year, if not more. So if you have any questions regarding the ownership, let me know in the comments down below as well. If you have liked and enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.